radio.
And say na ye ntan hu ade utu kwan kakra na so do hu na sie
Na me pese me fa me hu sie kakra for some time for my own reasons. Na me ya adesua bi nso.
Okay.
But Ashama Nsensen we buy na me hu say aginsem.
Okay.
Okay, I will release a press release to that. Until me feel say I had to call myself back from the sabbatical leave and speak to the issues as far as Ashama is concerned.
Okay.
Because the precedence is yes set to know mboye ya mambo at all. Until me feel say the esi hono na enya depa.
Okay.
Owo de owo of any form enya depa. Until person me fa wakunje so na wishi private sergeant Moro sheriff ni papa ni mami my sincere condolences.
Okay.
Now omu menu pe aka ni nua bako.
Oh.
Nyame shira omu din na making sure say ni nua waka no yembo modi na mboa bi a ebetima boa na nka de ye nua Moro antimi aye no obetima agina ni nua penyine nan so aye ama busuafo no.
Okay. All right. Yanshe nkomo na se na yenhwe de course wa shaman no yenim se BBC awudie ba Ghana Police Service and internally amamra no mo tumi so mo nyanhwehwemu na wo di sabone no yenkyere mo na emra no ene mu enni ba de yehu ya no na asrafo akoto ahye ashama de hye bi so bura ye buro bi no mo na enya senkuma eba ne say ya bambonsem e de nsunsuanso na de ba security implications.
Yo, me da say security implications ne de edosu bebre baba me starting to say
okay
in the democracy kabina min kabe amambo ya ja tum say eno na ye the way ye best govern ye ho me hu say ya experiment over 30 years now. And the rest of Africa almost share Ghana say ye democracy ne de ejina ne nice ye.
Okay. But
the see what Asham and Dry no I put a big dent on our credentials as far as our democracy is concerned. Ukaya incidences of this nature are happening pen. But on my own swear I did face incidences of this nature no. It means that we are not growing. Okay, Yura Major Mahama,
yeah.
I saw your phone the same thing. At the end of the day, a police phone had the investigation or the accused persons. Okay. They are before court.
Yeah.
And the last time I checked, one of the accused confessed, say, on the block no born sebi, but all the born na by that time no we will. That is a functioning democracy. Or Maya. Everybody respect the law, and the law is no respecter of anybody.
Okay.
The soldier for they are not a law unto themselves, and I think say it's so despicable, it's untenable, and I think that as a matter of agency, Parliament is the voice of the people and the representative of the people. Ushen krata ediba na yebo Parliament koko. So almost 2 anamu intentem necessity up a commission of inquiry. That commission, no, it should be telecast live so that it can bring some confidence back to the citizens of the people.
What's commission? Yes.
Intentem when yes sir, into no security implications, no. I want to set the foundation and come to the security implication.
We the meso so boduamu na menkwa homa so na hyebedwani a ne mpasua so ana se ne mansim na sade we si no e wa homa so ye ne nkomotawu.
Okay.
MP for Ashama, Honorable Ernest Harry Nogwe. Abanikasi UTV Suni. Good evening.
Good evening to you and good evening to your viewers.
Honorable na bibi abokode.
Well, so far so good. Everything is fine. We are also in the community, and I think calm has returned back to Ashama community.
Honorable Boyemu, so far what is happening ewo Ashama? Omanfo akoma tom yam, omo ko nyuma so koba, anasa still ya udie ne ayamhyehyɛ wo ho.
Well, under normal circumstances, you can understand the situation because what happened Tuesday dawn, so many residents were traumatized, and it has become some psychological problem with everybody in the community. And so once a while, you see people being jittery, scared of their lives, especially when they hear even siren. Whether it's ambulance or whatever in the community, they want to run helter-skelter to find shelter. So it's a serious issue, and you know already the story that necessitated the invasion of the military in the community, which was unnecessary in any case. But that is me. We always condemn the act. We always condemn the killing of the soldier, the young soldier, and we continue to condemn it because it was unnecessary for anybody to take up or to take any other fellow human being's life. And we urge the police to do the needful. And I can tell you, and I can assure you that the police are on top of the issue. IGP and Co, they are on top of the issue. Maybe probably by Monday, you may be hearing from the police. But so far, we are on course.
Honorable Minister, a banner say, what is she be a your boo, I don't know, a be a prepare more day, and our quite MP. I said, do honor any ever so say so ye be so far. I'm more ben also what to.
Oh, yes. When the incident happened, we have to. In fact, as the MP, I've never rested since the time the incident happened. And I've been moving up and down. I went to the family of the deceased soldier. I commiserated with them. I was at the burial service. I was at the mortuary. And the people who were even beaten, I had to engage them. When the military released 150 of them, I had a meeting with them, and then I assured them that we provide that kind of leadership so none of them should take the law into their hands. There are several things that I put before the military high command yesterday, including the defense minister. We needed some two things. Those who perpetrated the crime should also be punished. Those who just entered into the community, molesting and brutalizing the residents of the community, people who did not know anything about the killing of the young soldier, brutalizing them, men, women, and children, was unnecessary and was uncalled for. And so we are demanding for a compensation for those people who were brutalized, and also making sure that the perpetrators also brought to book. However, at this point in time, we are encouraging each and every one of them to go to the police station and also register their displeasure, take a medical form, go to hospital, get a medical attention, and bring it back. We are trying to make sure that we seek justice for these people.
Okay, Honorable Henry Nogbe, ebi suggest say nkebeya ankaban cranty commission na nkayen telecast on live na yen kasa asemi wadwen kire ho ne say.
Well, that is true because that was the initial statement I was making in Parliament, and I was urging the Speaker to even constitute a bipartisan probe into the matter. Yes, telecast live, yes, so that everybody, because it's not only Ashama, it has happened in several areas, and so we need to put a stop to it, that when you touch a military officer, you know, you are not supposed, nobody, no human being is supposed to touch any life. But day in, day out, civilians are being killed. And so if civilians are being killed, and we don't see this kind of reaction from the military or any security services, but when one of them is affected, then you see the spontaneous and uproar, we must put a stop to it and make sure that it should be the thing of the past, because every life matters. Whether you are a civilian or you are a military officer, your life matters. And so, yes, bipartisan probe or commission of inquiry is necessary, and it should be televised live on television and radio.
Okay, waka kire say wako soja ni awafiri na busuanfo akomo am yakọ yekosie no kra na wo hobi ashama de onu papa omto mani a onu omani beto wanim e dey asan no be ka kire ashama fo mo ehwe wo UTV so sabre.
The people of Ashama should remain calm. I've said it severally that they shouldn't take the law into their own hands. They should always remain calm, not to any military officer or police officer or any officer they see in uniform. They should not attack. They should not revenge. They should not say they are going to act, give them what they have given to them. They should just remain calm whilst I provide that leadership and make sure we serve them with the justice that they demand, because their human rights, their right for freedom, etc., have been infringed. And so we will seek for those compensation for them. We also make sure their dignities are being restored. Again, yes, the people who were beaten may be victims, but fortunately for us, all the 184 that were arrested to the barracks were released. And so I continue to ask a simple question. If all the 184 that was arrested to the barracks were released as at yesterday, all of them released as at yesterday, what is the point of the raid? Because the person you were looking for, you could not find even a single one sold out of this number of people that you molested and you arrested. But this act is made. The police are on top of the issue, and I can assure you that there are positive signs. As the MP, I can assure you that there are positive signs, and very soon the IGP will release a statement. Let me commend the IGP and his men for a good work done. In fact, the IGP was in Ashama yesterday, and nobody knew he was even around here up to this morning before he left. And so this is what we have been saying, that these people are trained. They are the trained officers to effect arrest.
All right. I say, observer Honorable Ernest Henry Nogbe, MP, Mashe Janine Madi Shewo Ashama, and Yanino Edin Komono. Bigusua wo Emmanuel Kutin, Executive Director, Africa Center for Security and Counter-Terrorism, and Ameneno Edin Komono. But even Samra will be now be the point, now point in the pa. And I'm going to question and Bisa MP no. And it was so.
So Nana Midase, and I want to thank the MP for the concise manner or putting all the issues in perspective. No.
Okay.
And sadly, the Owu friend constituency.
Yeah.
The innocent souls, the brutalized also came from the constituency. So Parliament must step in. And make the people feel that indeed they are the representative of the people, because at the moment, the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces is the president of the sitting republic, or you then obey commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, because the people man to me no, and to
Ghana for the two abama
mano, okay, to me or crano Ghana for to me. That's why bro, for you can say power reside with the people. Yeah. To me no the citizen.
Yeah.
And the military cannot be a law unto itself. Even the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces is a civilian. So the law is clear. So Parliament must not close its eyes on this matter. And after some time, if we don't see that happening, we as an organization, we are going to petition Parliament itself to look into this matter. And yes, sir, the security implications and consequences are dire. If terrorism is not with us, they are knocking around our borders. How do we fight terrorism? It's about intelligence gathering. Now, military for brutalizing innocent people like this, omubenye intelligence efimwa. Any good citizen or intelligence, there will be collateral damage because of what military na INO. It affects all the other security agencies. So our intelligence gathering in fighting terrorism will be at stake.
Nipa no osuro ohun abono.
No abono. Enti
doti asemi kra onko ka njama.
And I am mama say in Ghana, Black Lives Matter, George Floyd Medano in America, the US, the way citizens came out, demonstrated, and showed that indeed power belonged to the people. What did the US do? They enacted a law that perpetually incidents of that nature cannot happen or will be minimized. Even Cromha, president made a statement on Black Lives Matter. Now, in our backyard, mean to say wakasa about it. Even the state even the State of the Nation address, it was not even highlighted. It didn't come out, and he didn't even make plans to go to Ashama to empathize with the people, because we are having a constitutional democracy. It's not a military rule, media. And today, Yabeka say Ashama, Ochina ebe saboba, and answer ebe chebi, because ade wenye then start you, uka ejrani nema, even wa, the military are continuing to do this. And the bottom line is say, Osha Security Act establishing the military, they have their clear rules. They have no business with internal security matters.
It's like Bambon somewhere or mine mono and come Juma.
So you see, politicians have created that monster. One, they commercialize them. Soldiers, the Bolivans, all in raising internally generated funds for the military. Parties, soldiers are guiding. Funeral, soldiers are guiding.
Party for a program.
Even politicians, military soldiers are holding their bags. We are not showing.
Soldier for Nikita Amanyofoba.
Oh, but it's public knowledge. Any man will quote in Eka. Any man will quote in Eka. So, yes, sir, we devalue the uniform. They say, defense minister kinda say, we should respect the uniform. Respect is earned. You can't command respect. You have to earn it. Sebi kanino who a soldier or kwine so ujani.
Yeah, but soldier.
But see no every corner obe ten no who soldier until the fear is no longer there. In there name we were Canadian embassy hall baby and the police military patrol team came and passed with AK-47. Omuya the people were doing the shey they were hooting at them. That is so despicable. Inti as a matter of exactly. Inti me best the government say they should take agent steps. The monster that they are creating, thinking that they are providing them security, no. In there, we the civilians, or China, a soldier for there. Omu bodam no ba omu politicians no omu chomu
omu timatiasi omzo
omu tiso omu so agaru no omu do omu kwase o Saturday omu be friend ye citizens say yembra na be ye demonstration na omu ja omu. What I'm trying to say all in all is say Ghana is the only country we have. This is not a partisan issue. Any peace-loving Democrat must condemn the action of the military in Ashama.
Okay.
It has no place in any civilized society.
Okay.
And as a matter of agency, I'm hammering on the point again so that we'll go to the next point. Parliament must prove to the good people of this country, say, it is indeed the representative of the people. Because Yanya Shri or Ashama case, it will repeat itself in other places.
All right, 74 United Television, UTV. It's all about you. And we do Casebo and Comobre and I go to train Como Yani, the Executive Director, Africa Center for Security and Counter Terrorism, right, Emmanuel Kutin, and Airbo and Como Bambon Sem the Openi, Babimupa, the Ashama and the course on the Yeshe, and Hunsun Sanswani or Mino Bambon Sem said the echo effort. Ura Kutin, and Samra Hubi. Soldier for about one thing, Abe Pacho. Think about Pacho, dear. Also, Suha, and
let me place on record. The soldiers have never released a statement apologizing for the incident. it was the MP for Ashama and the team. Nogbe, Onene Kasa Nansia, na coach chief of the defense staff, and he apologized for the excesses. That was in passing. They have to bring a statement out to the good people of Ghana. And that must come with responsibility. What I say, if they admit that indeed they didn't have a role in what they did, Ghanaian people are forgiven.
The Deputy Minister of Defense,
the Deputy Minister of Defense, Pacho, Onukra Bese Asemno. Onukra Kase. They don't owe any apology. That's why in one of my interviews, I call for the sacking of the deputy minister.
What's the answer?
Minia, we are in a democracy. He's an MP. Is that not the case? Who gave him the power as an MP? Is it not the citizen?
You're born for the 12
in the Ashama, it could be in the constituency. Sebio, in the constituency, and soldier for to see the citizens who say, or better out Abekase or Muni apologies be to Rwanda. And can Crawford to about Mawa. Senka who need no business to even becoming the deputy minister of defense. And I say you respect your laws. And I also want to use this opportunity. I hear me say your democracy is in decline. And it's in decline.
Our
democracy is in decline. The culture of silence adoso this time. Obiasro so obekasa. Okasa. So that is what we should be asking ourselves, because yes, sir, the SEO Ashama, if it was a proper functioning democracy, and can run in there, we should have been holding demonstrations to hold the government accountable. Holding the government accountable is government doing the right thing, so that the military command can be put in checks, so that whoever ordered this operation, look, can you imagine helicopters hovering over civilians, ammo tanks with these serious weapons as if it was a war zone?
But your production team, no, my video ni bi, from now, they are all Kenya.
Yes, because you see helicopters hovering, ammo cars, AK-4, as if we are at war. Look, this is so risky. Our democracy, you know, I say. It's in decline. So where are the civil society organizations? Where are the rights group? And we can organize ourselves to say no to this kind of impunity. And yes, Armenia, Kumipraku demonstration, those years, no. Then it was meaningless. It was meaningless. We must safeguard our democracy. Because we tested military rules and we have tested democracy. There's no against saying that we shall never return to any form of military rule. And these are the triggers. So they are testing the pulse of the citizenry. What I said, if the military could take a unilateral decision to take a swoop they are not sanctioned by the law to do, brutalize innocent citizens like this, and no one is talking, then we are not longer in a democracy. And I want to commend the IGP for refusing to take over the people who were arrested. He refused to take them because he knew under the law that what the military did was wrong.
But say you did respect my uniform. No?
Me bow. Sebi. Private Sergeant Sheriff no on-share uniform. As at the time the incident happened. Obi intimi nka what happened. How can somebody know that this is a military man? So the way the military man life matters, that is equally how a civilian life matters. The private sergeant Sheriff could have been a civilian. So civilian military, would they have done that? We are not in a banana republic. We are in a lawful country where we expect our laws to work, and the laws are not respecter of any person, irrespective of who you are in the society. What I say, that is what we call democracy. But for a heinous a crime of this magnitude to be perpetrated on innocent people and no one is talking about it, it means that our democracy is in decline.
Okay, I was for Yani Ura Emmanuel Kutin and Edin Nkomo, Executive Director, Africa Center for Security and Counter-Terrorism, and Edin Nkomo. UTV, so in Yanche, Nankomo, Economy. But opening, dear senior, a dear and also money, so that GDI, a war, a bamboo crowd, the security agencies, because the trust the people have in the security services.
If we don't begin to set examples, if we don't begin to draw lessons from incidences of this nature that has happened in the past and continue to happen, they will continue to happen. It means that we will become a talk nation. Keke. And me, Ambassador Parliament said they should take the lead in restoring hope to the people where the executive have failed. Second, the judiciary, Minia. You see, they are the last beacon of hope for any democracy. Intina ye tu aba na intiase mba ye the court. We have seen that in Kenya, where the court has ruled and an election was rerun again. If the judiciary don't play its critical role and give hope to the people, it will give rise to people taking the laws into their own hands. Intina sa instant justice nema we no eba uko kota no uwan sema wan share you run away and leave the case. In a democracy, it doesn't work like that. So the judiciary must give hope to the citizenry, because look, the judiciary is reflection of the executive. What I say? Once the judiciary is a reflection of the executive, it means that there will not be hope for the citizenry. So it is about time we have a complete independent judiciary. Nema we nya onka se enye
Yensua
and onka se eye.
Okay.
But yeah, for nema bisu because me a party A, na me party ya de na enye na ma bossu embwa omambu no.
Okay.
And that is the point we have gotten to. I feel say we as citizens no, we should take a step back and ask ourselves, our 30 years of experiment in the Fourth Republic no, have we made progress? If we have not made progress, let's give voice to institutions that can defend the voiceless. And Nukrakrano, in the Ashaman case, I want that me per se, there should be legal remedy almost sue the Ghana Armed Forces. Now, I say the judicial service, if they really have teeth to bite and see the kind of examples they will set. Yes, because what they did is a complete illegality. Go and read the law. Go and read the Security Act establishing the military. Go. I challenge anybody. Because the people they arrested, they held them under detention over 48 hours and released all of them. Did you hold those powers? And under the law, for them to do such a soup, it should be in cooperation with the police. We should be interested investigative-wise why the police didn't cooperate with them. Until I say, Yaura IGP, Dr. Dampare, Nyamishrano, he has shown that he can speak truth to power when it matters. And I want to put on record, police have released a statement. They have arrested a key suspect in this case. So the military with their helicopters and armor cars and what kind of weapons and giving all these people this human treatment, even Tulaku, my fellow human beings, and ensure every abattoir no. Oh, yeah. In this modern world, how can that happen? So you see the international repercussion and the image we are sending out. You should see how BBC reported this incident. So dehumanizing. And we say we are Democrats. And I want to challenge the youth. We are the future leaders of this country. Yeah, Papa, Omwa di 70, 80. Omwa check around the next 10 years, no muko. If because of no go feel, omu yet the end na your force your form sooner yet do omuchi. Omukwa, we will have to face it. Because I'm telling you today, if you look at our educational system, very soon we have serious challenges when it comes to human resources. And Mikanwe, as practicality, where I sit, we take internship from universities. This university graduates, Omuba, Omutuminyahe.
Okay.
Politics, I say, baby, Yanjai politics, say where A, where B, and we put Ghana before us. Defend every human right that matters. Now you feel say today is Ashama. Ochina ebe Chibi ananse Ashanti region ananse Abuba. The next time no ebe omu politicians na ba omu de omu che omu ase omu nim. Garu na omu de omu beko.
Okay. Komona yede Adjubril. Emmanuel Coutin, yebedase, yebeneko, yaminchira opi. For Emmanuel Coutin, Executive Director, the Africa Center for Security and Counter-Terrorism, and me and ebon komo church and SMP area achire. Mamena production team no ase. Na otwi mu nyina omo bodwuma papa. Kasi ehya se wuti menua kwame. Osu aduemi enka. Na wo ahwe UTV. Wo abibia hwe UTV. Oh yes, special. Because ahwe UTV sanza hana ne pani nyina ewo. Observe na edition no esi. Medin David Ofori Safo Bongo Divara. Nyame adom e bresem e besen mo de esia. Kakra mu nyina.